Welcome back to the channel. Today we are installing the MEc adapter bushing in the 800B. So today I'm going to show you how you can run your MEc bushings in your progressive machine. Let's get to it. Alright, so we're going to make sure the machine's empty. We're going to take a set of Allen wrenches. You're going to take these 4 screws off. You do not mess with these plastic ones, and I think there's one on the side. You do not mess with any of that. You only take these 4 out. So you're going to take them loose, and this is where your powder bushing and size of pellet bushing. The cap's going to come off. Now these gears here on this bar has a lot to do with timing. Where this is in this teeth, you can pick this up and move the timing. So there's a hole that the powder drops out of. This hole here, you can change the timing. What you want them to do is to equal, so that it looks like that. If you have your teeth off, you may get like that, and half of your powder might not drop. And you're going to say, well, why would you want to adjust that? Well, if you have a bushing that you're trying to use, I don't know, let's say, if you're trying to use long shot, you might need a bushing that looks like that. If you use an AA, your bushing might be like that. So if you had this tube that drops down in your shell, and you had a long shot, you're going to want that centered up to drop all the powder. Well, when you take the long shot out, and now you're using AA, it may be over here, it could be over here. This is how you adjust where that is. You want to pull down and look down in the hole. You can see right there that it goes all the way down. Watch when I start letting it back. See right there? Now it's not all the way full. All the way drop shot. That is not what you want. That is definitely not what you want. And you really don't want that. Now I can say this will jump out. The first time I did it, I got it all out of sync. This is your bushing for pellets. It has a letter on there. You can go to their website and it's going to tell you what that represents. That's 1 1/8 ounces of pellets. Now when you pull this out, you can pull that gear out. Same thing with this. It's very hard with fat fingers. This is the factory bushing. This one is, maybe it looks like, this is K. Again, I'm not using it, so I'm going to pull it up. Again, I'm keeping one finger on that as I'm pulling it up, because if not, it's going to pull that black piece up. So I'm going to use my new adapter here. This thing was pretty cheap. You almost pay more for shipping than you do the bushing. It's pretty neat. Again, it allows you to run all your same bushings for MEc. It's got like a little lip here. Just fits right in there. There you go. How cool is that? Now I could put that in there, or I could put the adapter in first and then the bushing. Regardless, now we have a 21 in my machine. And what am I going to want to do? I'm going to want to pull down and make sure that that's going straight down in there. What you can see there is that bushing is not going to allow that powder to drop. Now, would the powder hit that edge and when you come back it would swoop it in? Possibly, but you don't want to do that. So what we're going to do is we're going to move this black gear here one tooth back and see what it looks like. Same way with the pellets. Alright, so I'm going to pull the gear up And I'm going to go back 1 tooth. And then I'm going to put it back in there and look down in there and see what that looks like. So let's see what that looks like. All right, focus. See, now it goes all the way down in there. Look at that. All the way down. That's the difference of moving that tooth around. And then when my arm comes back up, it's going to start shutting. There we go. See? Shutting. Again, all the way. That is going to allow your powder to dump the best that it can. Again, when you working this handle, you may want to make sure this doesn't jump up on you. Because if it jumps up, then your timing's off and you're going to sit there and have to do it all over again. So all you do is put your lid back on. Now, I don't recommend you manhandling these bolts. They do not need to be torqued down with 1,000 pounds of torque. I'm just going to loosen. I'm just going to snug them up. I'm just going to snug them up with my hand and then work crisscross. I'm not going to tighten and go in a circle. So just snug them up. That's all it needs. Doesn't need He-Man to come out. You shouldn't have to grunt. There you go. The same thing goes from up here. You want your bushings. You want your bushings to be able to have the powder to go in them. Now, like I said, I'm going to have to measure. Do I take that back off and adjust it? Maybe. We're just going to see how it measures out. But this will constantly have powder falling in it, where going the other way, coming back with the handle, is already going to start cycling. So this may be okay. All right, there you go. That's how you put the adapter in. That's how you set your bushings. So it's not that bad. It saves a lot of money on not having to buy more bushings when you already have a MEc. So getting the adapter only makes sense. Now what all I got to do is put the tubes on, fill it up, and then measure and make sure that we're getting the correct measurement of powder. So let's get to it. All right, so now I'm going to confirm that what I put in that bushing is what is coming out. So I got it on grain, so should be close to 21. It's 20. That's pretty daggone close. 20, 21. Dead on the money. So we got the right bushing in there. Let's continue on. So y'all hit that subscribe button, and I'll see y'all next time. I want to take a second out of this video to tell y'all every Wednesday at 8 p.m. Eastern Standard Time, we have a live. It's called The Waterfowl Den. We talk hunting. We talk turkey hunting, deer hunting, whatever hunting is in season, we talk about it. We have guests on. We have all kind of product reveals, interviews. So come check us out Wednesday at 8 p.m. Eastern Standard Time, and we'll see you then.